Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
1-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's polished off by a Vikings score. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former national champion at Ohio State, standing 6'4". It's Will Howard.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And they'll get it done just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And the Steelers first down.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They end up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Howard. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they can score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want to repeat their first drive.
22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly.
It got his man complete. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 50 yards. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. An extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Vikings 14.
A four-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Escapes the defender. And able to get this out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Howard. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Alvarez. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
It's a gain of 4.
Back to throw. Howard. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Howard. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
The line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On the play. 2nd and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Number 85. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Fernandez. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Fernandez. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
At the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Howard. Pass complete to Addison. And they'll get this down to the 10.
11 more yards.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
A gain of 12 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Second and 9.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
To number 20.
Here's second and 10.
He's on bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fernandez.
Number 38.
He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Out of the gun now on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Shifts by him at the 25. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Makes the score
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Howard throwing to start the drive. Throwing no, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your back.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howard. Addison hauls it in. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down the now before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Motion, motion, motion.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action here on 1st down. The Vikings are after it, and they get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Howard now, operating from the gun. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Steelers first down. A gain of 15.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Number 12. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And the Vikings, first down.
So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Shreds into the stiff arm. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. Landry. The killer here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they run the option here on first and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Fernandez. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Steelers, first down. First and 10.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Steelers.
Operating from the gun, Landry. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Landry. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. Third and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. From the gun on third down. Landry. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime. Then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
36-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A strong run there as they'll take this all the way down to the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try to run this one right up the gut. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw here. Going for the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Vikings! From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, when you mention that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown. The defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
44-yard line.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Landry. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. A gain of 15. And the Steeler first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Completes it to Dixon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 28 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First and 10 at the 40.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Second
and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
He'll look to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brings up third and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
The Vikings, first down. First and 10.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, it's Genty. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 43, here's second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the run. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to throw. No, he lost the football. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
7 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Landry. And he is caught. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
In motion goes the tight end. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Landry's pass.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2.
Point conversion.
They'll look to throw.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game.
Steelers 36.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Vikings offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here. He puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if it's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now, you know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Following the fumble recovery, Landry. And he gets it down to the 32. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off play action, Landry. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The Steelers on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6. And a Steeler
back to throw. Landry. Very quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's now second and 6 at the 20-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake. Landry. He's got his target. That's complete.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A pickup of 2.
Looking to throw. Landry. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. A give out of the gun to Genty. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's another.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. He'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So now the Steelers down by 13, a minute 12 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Landry. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Number 87, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. And he will find his man on the outside. Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
Operating from the gun. Landry throwing the out route incomplete. That's Dixon. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. This is out quickly to the right. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
1st down. A gain of 7. First down, Steelers.
26 seconds now as the spike comes in.
Here comes second down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.